So now that we've gotten some basic use of functions, we're going to build our first real assignment. We're going to build a bunch of shapes tools that'll let us draw different types of shapes. Now, your first step will be to click on the link and fork this repository, or fork this REPL so that you're on your own copy of it. But first, we're going to start working on this. So if you notice here, I have a bunch of function definitions, including this trusty square. The first thing in our thing is a print statement that tells us what it's doing. So if I ran this code and then but nothing's actually filled in any of these. If we go to our main, I import my shapes file, I create a turtle, and I tell the turtle to draw a triangle. If I run it, nothing happens. But it does say it's trying to make a echelon triangle of size 50 and rotation 90. So let's go to our shapes and actually build the tool. So let's work our way through this piecewise. So the first thing we're going to need to do is a counter. And while count less than 3, our turtle needs to go forward. In this case, we're not using Bob, we're using T because we actually are given a generic turtle. That way, if you named your turtle up here, Fred or George or John, it would still work with this function. So T dot forward size. And we're using size because we want to use whatever size they tell us. And T dot LT 120. Because it turns out it's 120 degrees to turn properly. And then count plus equal 1. That's the same thing as count is equal to count plus 1. It's just a little shorter. So let's run that and see. Well, good news, we got a triangle, but it should also be turned 90 degrees. So it should be sort of like an arrow pointing to the left. So that's this last argument, is that we can, a triangle that's pointing up or to the side are all the same triangle. We just want the ability to control it, to change it. So we're going to add up front a T.LT rotate. And then after code's done, outside the while loop, T.RT rotate. And the reason this is outside is because we want to do it at the very end. So I run this now. We make a triangle that's there, and our turtle's pointing the way we started. So at this point, you want to now do the square, the rectangle, the rhombus, the parallelogram. Square is easy. We've already done it once. Rectangle is a little harder, but square is a good starting spot. Rhombus is very much like square, except there's a twist because it has an angle to change to. And then parallelogram is like putting everything together. Really, rectangle and rhombus make those two together. Polygon needs to make any generic polygon, so pentagons, hexagons, octagons, septagons, nonagons. Star should do any odd number of pointed stars. So it's like a pentagram, but it could also be like septagrams, like weird 7-pointed stars. Kind of neat. Then line is really a challenge. You'll need some more advanced math like trigonometry to solve it. So you probably want to ask for help. I will make a solution video eventually for this, but not right away. So fork this repository and this replit and start working on it.